not surprised. There's a report that is reaching us on the message that S-men send to police and soldiers. Are you going to blame them? You're not going to blame them, because with all that has been happening, you could see that even the police, especially the police, they are really pussyfooty. They don't even do much. I could remember a statement made by police in Ogun State saying that, oh, the residents in one of those communities are not their problems. The Fulani or the S-men who they are not their problems, but the ones coming from another country as a result of how they were chased from that particular country, Niger or Chad or whatever. At the end of the day, the question we put to them is that, why didn't you arrest them, whosoever that is committing such act? Is it because they are coming from all the way from whatever that you are not really having that boldness to make the arrest and do the needful? The next thing, they were just advising the communities to on how to stay, in peace with the Fulani S-men. And the reason why they were saying that, and I'm very sure that they are not, it's not because of maybe those who were coming from those other countries, but because they don't have the will to do it, to be able to do it. If you interview all these police people, you will hear what they are going to say. Even without even interviewing them, you start even hearing anything from them. From the way they have been behaving, you could see that there's some kind of power over there that, we not allow them to do their job. But if it were to be all these Yahoo boys, oh, they will swing into action and begin to make a lot of arrests. Now, these S-men, they have that infantry to be sending message to police and soldiers that if they burn them where they should enter their bush, that they will not come back alive. That is the message they are sending to them. That is the threat they are giving to them. A policeman who participated in the rescue operation of victims involved in penultimate week Saturday's attacks on farmers in Agadamu, Uele North local government of Delta State, has recounted their encounter with suspected rogue S-men who, he said, warned them against entering their enclave, as in the S-men enclave. The rescue team, made up the policemen, soldiers, and representatives of the community, was led by a military officer and with the mandate to recover the corpses of victims reportedly killed by the armed S-men. Though the team was able to rescue one victim who had been shot and left to bleed to death by his assailants, the squad had to retreat and call for backup after they met some armed S-men who warned them against further entering into the bush. They warned them. Did they tell them, to their face? They warned them, or did they warn them to their faces, or they sent messages to them, or they called them? I don't even know how that happened. So if you know them, if you know that they've been sending you whatever, even if they use phone to make that call, or they made a call, of course you ought to have traced that phone, which is not supposed to be a big deal in the first place. Then if they told you to your faces, then why can't you arrest them? And just like they said, they had to request for backups because they needed to do such things. You can imagine army soldiers combined together. These guys are not afraid, and telling them that if they enter again, that what they bargain for is not what they are going to get at the end of the day, or what they are going to get is not what they will bargain for. It has gone to that level. All this Femi Adesina, we've not even been hearing from them. Since this incident of Aso Rock happened, we've not heard anything from them. And the NSA and the Abakari, we have not heard any statement from them. They are just keeping mum. You can see that they are playing to the gallery and they are exposing themselves the more. They will not hear all of these things. People who are always, come out to support the government, they will not come out to say this. And I think even what has happened in Delta State of recent is even it's even more dangerous than what has been happening. I don't know, because this one is taking a different dimension. It's taking a different dimension, and the people, the Deltans, are taking the right decisions as well. So quickly, not waiting for, okay, let's wait for a committee or investigation. The best thing, bundle them back into their trailers and send them back to where they came from. You can imagine telling them that if the police and soldiers could enter there. So is it the same police and soldiers that the communities and the governments or the governor of that state will be relying on when they have told them, whether they told them to their faces or they made a call or whatever, irrespective of how they passed that message, they ought to have been apprehended and do the needful. You can imagine what is happening. Speaking on what transpired inside the bush, the police officer who was part of the team admitted that they met the hoodlums who, according to him, appeared battle-ready and were chanting incantations. The officer who spoke on the condition of anonymity said, "When we saw them, they did not make any attempts to run, neither did they look perplexed or scared." Hey, in a bid to avoid confrontation, why we rescued him, why we took over our leader, a soldier decided to raise his hands up and engage the herdsmen who were all armed and stationed on the other side of the river on the need to release the corpses. One of the herdsmen, who appeared to be their leader, shouted out a warning that we should not move further else they will engage us in shootout. Noticing that we were outnumbered, we had to retreat. Confirming the story of the security source, the chairman of Agadama community, Sunday Goma, wondered why the security operatives, who he said had about 10 soldiers, refused to engage the armed herdsmen in a shootout, but rather decided to discuss and appeal to them on the need to release the corpses. At that point, the commander of the team had no option than to hands up to show that they came for peace, so that the herdsmen would not open fire. The soldiers then appealed that one or two of the herdsmen should come over so that they could discuss, and that all they needed were the corpses. But their leader insisted that if the team moved 5 feet forward, they will open fire and kill all of them. Hey, I was even saying, oh, whether they sent a message to them. They even saw them, koro, see me, see you. See me, see you. So, people, can you hear all of these things that are happening? Meaning that these people are ready. They are ready. All of those people will be saying, oh, why are people making some statements and all of that? These guys are not nice. They are prepared. They are prepared. You can imagine, they have stationed themselves. Now the police agreeing that they cannot even combat them. This issue of going back to go and get their men back. So what are we going to do? In as much it has gotten to that level. And meanwhile, these people have known and seen that these people, they cannot confront them. What will happen? They will continue to do what they need to do. You can imagine those who are calling on the governors, those Hausa communities, the people who are calling on the governor, they want to go and meet the governor so that they will not chase them out. Are they not supposed to talk to their people? Are they not hearing what is happening? You just want to go and tell them to stay there. Meanwhile, no arrest has been made. Nothing is being done to these people. And you expect people to see you guys together. And just like the way I always say, that now that the government is recruiting the repentant Boko people back into army, how would you be able to recognize which is which? And how do you know that they are really genuine to... Oh my goodness, it's so pathetic that they are really genuine, that they really want to combat with the enemies, the so-called enemies, because they themselves, they are repentant. They have repented from that. Does it mean that the governor cannot do something else apart from bringing them back into the system, into the army? And also, does it mean we don't have enough people that can join army, that can go for such a job? Those are the questions that we've been asking. They've not been able to answer. They are keeping mum. And the National Assembly, to make matter worse, they are telling us that they want to look for a way to compensate them, to give them soft landing, to even put it in law. To put it in law. Can you imagine? So guys, these people are ready. From what the police officer said, even without being told, because a lot of these incidents have been happening around the country and nothing has been done. The police have never been able to do anything. Even if they do this year, their window dressing arrest, at the end of the day, they will still be released. They will still be released, or they don't even arrest them at all. Before this incident happened in Delta State last 2 weeks or some weeks back, we heard that this herdsmen, they were on motorbike, Okada, and they met some policemen on checkpoints, and before you know, lo and behold, they finished them. But the police came out and said it was only one person that died from the police men, that the rest of them, they were in hospital receiving treatment. Before this incident of what happened in these communities, in some of the communities in Urele, in Delta State. Meaning these people, the police cannot help you. The police cannot help you. The highest they will do, they will forgive them. They will tell us that they have repented, just like the president has said. Someone says Nigeria is gone. Please sell this country, call Nigeria to those who have brain. We are doomed in this zoo. This is rubbish country. Hey, can these stories be true? If it is not true, how many of them have they arrested? How many of them can they arrest? Have they arrested? Someone says, don't doubt it. Only 5 U.S. Navy SEALs will not turn their back in such a situation. They will not turn their back. You see, the police turn back. And at the end of the day, they were appealing to them. Oh, we came, in the name of peace, so that they will release the corpses. You can imagine. They said if they enter that bush or they move further, they will get what they did not bargain for. And what did we see? So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning this. Leave your comments below and let's have your take.